So, Mr. Fisher, what made you decide to work at Sutton Grammar School?
Well, so I've been in London since about September, so it's only been about 9 months. I haven't really been explored to a lot of the different schools, so I decided, you know what, why don't I just try out some schools? And most of the inner city schools that I've been at have been very challenging in a sense. I come from Canada, so a lot of the education system is very nitpicky, and like a lot of the kids like to learn. And when I heard about a grammar school where the education and the kids were striving and loving their work and whatnot, I just thought, okay, why don't I give it a try, see what it's like, and see if I can really help them out in their education system.
Oh, that's good. And how is this school different to the high school you attended as a child?
So yeah, I went to a Canadian high school, obviously.
Yeah.
So the differences come from mainly the actual education system, like how you guys have Ofsted. We don't have Ofsted. We don't really have a schooling board with monitors, but mainly just the government kind of helps out.
Yeah.
So having the different curriculum, different schemes of work, it was a little bit of a shock coming here. So that's how my education system, like how my secondary school is different, because just like how it was taught was different. What we learned was the same, so like what we actually get out of it's the same, but you guys have your GCSEs at the end of year 11, whereas in my high school it was just mainly exam after exam. So like year 9 had exam, year 10 had exam, and those exams kind of accumulated to the end mark or the end goal getting into university, whereas the GCSEs is kind of the be all and end all for a lot of the education in the UK.
That's very good. And if you weren't teaching a current subject, which other subject would you be teaching and why?
Well, preferably if I could, if I was good, I'd love to teach art, because I loved art. I was just way too slow in it. But the other subject that I can teach and that I would teach is chemistry, and that's just because it has a good amount of math as well. I like the ideas that come in chemistry. It has a nice flow, and the reason I like math is because it does have the flow. It has the right answers. It has the ability to get formulas, and you can work with the formulas. Same thing with chemistry, same idea. And then after chemistry, my other one was physics. So when math, chemistry, and physics. So if I had my choice, it'd be math, then chem, then physics.
And which of your skills are you proudest of, and how did you obtain it or them?
I like my my determination to continue improving myself. That just to be able to not just strive to be like the small amount of things. Like as I said, I've come from Canada, right? And most people, if they get teaching, they would just stay in Canada. They'd stay with that position, or they'd wait till I was like, you know what, it's not good enough. I want to keep improving. And I want to keep going. So I went off to England, became a teacher, and I continued to improve my maths. And that's kind of the reason I just love that, and I got that from my mom. She gave me a lot of inspiration on just like continuing to improve, like never stopping, never being like satisfied with just being mediocre, but to continue to improve your skills.
You mentioned your mum, so that brings us on to the next question, possibly. Which person, living or not, do you most admire, and why?
That's true. I actually loved my mom. Like she brought out a lot in me, a lot of my characteristics, a lot of my skills. A lot of my drive came from just what my mom's skills were. So she'd be like my living person. And then just recently, kind of like I loved his ideals. I like Mahatma Gandhi. Just his new world, bringing people together, really non-violent ideas. I don't know a lot about him, but just what I've seen in the documentaries that I've seen, he's just been an incredible person. But yeah, so my mom would be my biggest, and then Mahatma Gandhi would be like my secondary lead.
Non-living, And what is the longest journey you've been on?
My longest journey that I have been on would have to be either to Hawaii or to Spain from Canada. So I went to Honolulu on vacation, and then I went to Spain on a school trip. So they're about 8.5, 9 hours away from me. And then since I've been in the UK, I went to India, so that was another, I think, 9-hour flight. So it would be Honolulu, Spain, or India, all about 9 hours away from me.
It's quite exotic. And what is the weirdest job you've had?
The weirdest job that I've had, I'd have to say I was once just for my mom's baseball team. I was only about 14 at the point, so I actually was just a ticket person. So they go and buy themselves. They get alcohol,
Yeah.
right? Because they're having like a beer end of the year party between the baseball people, and I would just be the ticket person,
Yeah.
giving the tickets so that they could go and like they buy the tickets from me, and then go and get it from the bar.
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird in the sense like because I was 14, so I couldn't obviously sell any of the alcohol, but they were just getting tickets from me to go and then get alcohol themselves. So it was kind of strange. It was.
Yeah.
It's strange in the sense that I was just the medium to get to the place where I needed to go.
What is your favorite saying or quote?
Live today like there's no tomorrow is a nice one. Just because, as I said, like my drive and like my passion, I love to just move on and continue to improve myself.
Yeah.
So I just like the idea, like, you know what, you get it all done today. You don't just worry about what's gonna happen tomorrow, kind of idea. I wish I could live by that more. I love living by the idea, but my actual putting into it get really tired and whatnot. But I do like the idea of just, you know, taking today as if it's going to be, like there's not going to be tomorrow, just to get it all out of the way.
I think that's good advice for everyone. And finally, tell us the most obscure unknown fact you can think of.
So I don't even know why I came into this knowledge, but most giraffes are gay, apparently. It was really interesting. I don't know how I came about this information, but even the ones that are straight, or even the ones that have the children, tend to, I think it was like 3/4 or 75% of them are gay. So after they reproduce with the female, they often will just go off and have relationships with a male giraffe. So I just thought that was like, I then went into a spiral of knowing about giraffes, and they also have like this thing called necking, which they hit each other. It's a way of fighting. So they either have soft necking, which is where they just push up against each other, or they have hard necking, where they hit each other hard. So yeah, anything about giraffes are very, very weird subjects.
You know a lot about giraffes. And that's it. Thank you.